Hi, I'm Allan Whiting from Outback Travel Australia, and this is the Jeep Gladiator. For a vehicle with live front and rear axles, the Gladiator handles on-road very well. The driving position is really good. The steering wheel tilts and telescopes. The seat is mechanically adjustable, and the driver gets lumbar adjustment as well. The back seat is quite comfortable. Plenty of leg and foot room. Bit squeezy for 3, but super comfortable for 2 with a centre armrest with cup holders. The seat back folds so you can use this for cargo if you want, and it reveals a nice little surprise, a Bluetooth speaker. So if you're camped, you want a bit of sound around the campfire, here it is. Back seat lift up, and there's lockable storage underneath. And here's a little tool pack for if you want to take the hard top off. Being based on the Wrangler, the Gladiator can be pulled to bits. It's a bit like a large Lego set really. The doors are on external pins, so they can come off. The Targa roof over the driver and front passenger, 2 separate panels come off, and if you like you can take the hard top off. And to finish the whole strip to the waist, you can drop the windscreen onto the bonnet as well, and that's what these are here for, so it doesn't rattle around and break the glass. The wheelbase has received some criticism, but I love it because it puts the rear axle under the cargo tub instead of, if they put it here, all the cargo space is hanging out the back. And even though it's got a long wheelbase, it comes with proper rock sliders that we tested. They work. Tailgate's part of the central locking, so that in turn helps lock the tonneau. Which releases either side, and it's a roll-up type. And this top shelf model has got a spray-in bed liner and tailgate liner and tie-down kit. The Gladiator's also been criticised for not having maximum towing ability and 1-ton payload. That's not what it's designed for. It can tow 2.7 tonnes, and for me that's plenty behind a ute. I wouldn't tow 3.5 tonnes behind any of the medium-sized utes currently in the market. This has got the rear axle out of the Ram 1500 on coil springs, so it rides very well. It has a modest payload of 620 kilos, so if you are going bush with a family, you'll need to tow a camper trailer, and a lot of people do that with utes anyhow. Jeep's had some criticism for putting a steel spare wheel on this vehicle. Makes a lot of sense though, because it's stowed underneath the tray, and if you belly out on a rock, it'll crack an aluminium rim, whereas it'll just scratch a steel one. The Jeep guys know what they're doing with bush travel. The only engine offered in the Gladiator is the 3.6 litre Pentastar petrol V6, which is a good performer. There is a V6 diesel available in the US, but it won't fit in this engine bay because it hasn't been engineered for right-hand drive with the diesel engine. So the petrol engine has an economy compromise, but the performance on and off-road is very good. This top shelf model comes with a big battery and a big alternator that's mounted high up for water crossings, and the engine air intake is well protected. Unlike most utes, the Gladiator is bush ready out of the box. It's got proper bush tyres, it's got Fox shock absorbers, a steel front bumper, recovery hooks where they're easy to reach, The Gladiator has speed select for off-road. This is really good. And it's also got front and rear diff locks, which work very quickly. With the select speed working, you use the gear selector to increase or decrease the speed you want. So it's foot off motoring. The select speed works just as well downhill as it does uphill. You don't need your feet on the pedals. Doesn't have hill descent control as such because the select speed does that job. I've never been a great Jeep fan for various reasons, but this one I really like. Sure, it's expensive. The Rubicon starts at $76,000 and this, with all the fruit, is $86,000. But it's a case of spend your money, drive away, no more to pay. You don't have to fit suspension, aftermarket wiring, it's all there. And if you're lucky, you might even score a Gladiator Esky.